Welcome to the unboxing of the desktop cutting plotter, Mimaki CG60SR3. First, we'll go through the box contents, then we'll set up the hardware and software, and then we'll review the basics for direct cut and print and cut workflows. We have 3 CDs included in the package. The first one here is Simple Cut. It's a standalone cutting application with basic design features. Then we have our plugin Fine Cut. It installs as a plugin for Adobe Illustrator or CorelDRAW. Currently, Fine Cut is on version 9, which is a free update from our website with the Fine Cut 8 CD. We also provide a digital copy of the operation manual. Accessories include the blade, blade holder, and drafting pen. And here we have the media holder or cutting guard. Let's begin by installing that. Remove the screw near the bottom of the head. This will release the cover and give us access to install the guard as shown. It rests over the cutting groove. This piece keeps the media from lifting during cutting to keep precision. Let's set up our blade holder with the blade included in the package. Remove the cap on the blade holder by unscrewing it, and then insert the blade into the slot and replace the blade holder cap. If you happen to see the blade sticking out of the cap like this, it means it was not set in all the way. To set it, you need to remove the cap to make sure the blade is fully inserted. Please be careful and only handle the blade by the sides. The tip is very sharp. Once it's all the way down, you'll feel resistance. Replace the cap. Now we'll be able to adjust the blade as needed. Twist the bottom of the blade holder to adjust the blade depth. You just want the tip sticking out, not the full blade edge. Keep in mind, this should be similar to the thickness of the vinyl. In this kit, you also have a pen for drafting or plotting. Undo the holding screw and place the pen. Lightly tighten until the pen is secure. We can adjust the depth by replacing the cap and fully inserting the pen, but I'll show you another way a little bit later. Now set up our CG60SR3 for plotting. On the back, you'll see the power, USB, serial, and Ethernet ports. Connect power and USB cables at this time. It also comes with media support brackets that are placed behind the plotter. Just lift the plotter and sit it in the groove of both ends. They'll slide back and forth easily to adjust to the media size. We want to make sure that those brackets meet the edge of the media so that it tracks accurately and smoothly. Now let's quickly install the blade holder. First, turn the tool holder knob counterclockwise to loosen the tool clip. Insert the blade holder and make sure its rim rests just below the top edge of the clip as indicated in the red circle. Once inserted, turn the tool clip knob clockwise to tighten. It's the same procedure for the drafting pen, but I'll show you how to adjust the pen height. Once the pen holder is in and the tool holder is tight, loosen the pen holder knob and let the pen lightly touch the media. Then retighten the pen holder. Now we can turn the plotter on. Just to the inside of the control panel is the on and off switch. Flip it up to get started. Place the media on the roll supports and make sure they are aligned on both ends. And now we can feed the media through. Make sure the clamp lever is pushed back for this. It sets the pinch rollers to allow you to feed or release the media. It's very important that we align the media. You can see there are vertical guides in the front and back. You want to make sure the media is parallel before we bring down the pinch rollers with the media clamp. Before closing the clamp, make sure the pinch rollers are about 1/4 to 1/2 inch from the edge of the media. Just above the pinch rollers, you'll see a purple band with white line segments. It's very important that we align each pinch roller only within the white line segments. Once it's done, we want to select Roll, which is the left arrow button. This will cause the plotter to detect the media. Once done, it will return to local mode. In local mode, we can see all the plotter parameters. Pressing function 1, we can perform a test cut or clear data, for example. Press N to return to the main menu. Under function 2, you can set up to 7 cut conditions. On each condition, we can adjust the speed, pressure, and offset angle. You will find the offset angle on the blade packaging. The standard blades are all 30 degrees, so you will not be changing this often. In this menu, we can also press Enter to activate our half cut function. This is like a perf cut that will cut the vinyl through and perforate the liner for easy removal. Before we get started, it's important we do a quick test. To do this, press function 1. You'll see the square cut prompt. Press Enter and it will begin. Press the down arrow to forward the vinyl after the test cut. This will help us determine if the pressures are okay and if the blade tip is sticking out enough. Most vinyls will require similar settings. Please refer to page 22 of the manual for more advice. In a good test cut, the vinyl will peel up easily with clean edges and sharp corners without the liner peeling up or having been cut through. Once we are ready to cut, press N to go back to local mode. Then press function 3 to place it in remote mode. If you don't see remote, you will not be able to communicate to the plotter. Our standalone software is Simple Cut. It has a basic design capability for quick cuts or print and cut designs. Our new Simple POP has a wide variety of POP templates from labels and stickers to swinging shelf tags. Now that we've completed our basic hardware setup, we can now connect it to Fine Cut. We have a couple options here. The plugin is available for both Adobe Illustrator and CorelDRAW in both Windows and Mac operating systems. Both plugins operate much the same. We'll preview in Adobe Illustrator. After installation, let's create a new document in Adobe Illustrator to set up Fine Cut. We will find the plugin in the Window menu. Scroll down and select Mimaki Fine Cut. We have Fine Cut 9 installed, but you will be able to follow along if you have Fine Cut 8. Again, the update is available at Mimaki.com products page. On the product page, you can find Fine Cut 9 for Adobe Illustrator and CorelDRAW. Be aware, Adobe updates their software often without notice. You may have to roll back Adobe Illustrator a couple updates to use Fine Cut. Scroll down and select your operating system here. First, we'll select the setup icon to link communications between the plugin and the plotter. Make sure the USB cable is plugged in on both ends and the plotter is in remote mode. The pull-down menu lists the plotters available. Select the CGSR3 series at the top. In the Communications tab, we will confirm that there is communication between the USB ports. If it is communicating, you will see the CG plotter's serial number in the USB COM port. If you do not see the serial number listed, be sure to secure the USB cable on both ends and make sure it's in remote mode. Let's create basic shapes and text to cut. If we want everything in the document to plot, we will just select the first button, the plot icon. This will open the plot interface, having selected everything on the artboard. This notice reminds us that for line art with varying strokes, the center of the line will be used for cutting. Select OK to continue opening the interface. At the top of the window, I see we have a caution icon. This happened because we did not confirm communication at setup. Be sure the plotter is in remote mode and then select Sheet Loading. It will update the media. Here it shows us that the cut width is 544 millimeters. That is the width measured between the pinch rollers. Alright, so here we have everything in the document that has been created into a cut line. Let's say we just want to cut part of this design. Let's go back to the document by selecting End. Let's say we only want to cut the text. Click to select it, then select the second icon, which is Direct Select. This again opens the plotter interface with only the selected text art. As you can see, the sheet size is still updated. Here's where we can change scale and copies. We can either change by percentage, or we can enter a specific size. Below this, we have layout, tiling, and register or crop mark options. Here, we can change the orientation, align it, fit it to the sheet size, or reset it. We can also mirror it for second surface applications. Here, we have the Tiling Options tab. If your artwork size is larger than the available media width, tiling can help you automatically break up the job into smaller sections that fit your media size. You can also adjust the overlap amount and the cut order for easier processing. The Register Mark tab is for print and cut workflows. This will allow the plotter to detect printed crop marks to identify its origin and scaling. Let's add crop marks to this text. Start by creating a box around the text or art that you want to cut. Then select the Register Mark icon. You have a few options for size and mark style. Defaults are fine. With the text and mark selected, again choose the Direct Select icon. Then go down to the Register Mark tab. This focuses on whatever's inside the register marks. If you printed and want to cut multiple copies, here are the options available. You can set the number of columns and rows printed, and then for faster cutting, you can limit the crop marks that are read between subsequent copies. Here, we can identify between roll and leaf modes. Roll indicates that if you printed more than one copy, Fine Cut will look for the copy next to the first. But in leaf mode, it will assume that the print is on sheets, and it'll pause for the operator to change the material between cut copies. So there you have some of the base functionality of Fine Cut and the CG-SR3 series cutter. We will go into detail on the rest of the icons in other videos. Most are for design for print and cut workflows. They include, but are not limited to, cut line design, image pixel edge detection, and automatic cut line offset. Let's perform a test of our test text art. Let's select Frame. This creates an automatic cut line around the art for easy weeding. To send the job, select the plot option on top. Here, we can override cut conditions if we wanted, or we could default to the settings we created on the plotter itself. The advantage of having software-controlled conditions is that you can have named conditions in a shop that run many types of media, or switch between many types every day. Once you select the condition you need, press Plot to send the job. Thank you for watching this unboxing and basic startup video of the CG60SR3. For a more detailed description of some of the functionality, please refer to the operation guide. And once again, thank you for choosing Mimaki.